Hi everybody, it's Shanna with Shanna Sweets. Thank you so much for joining me today. I want to show you a card that we're making in my stamp class this month. This is one of the new stamp sets from the annual catalog. This was the most requested. I asked my class to make suggestions on what they wanted to see this coming year out of the new catalog, and this was the most requested stamp set. And so I purchased it, and it really has been very popular on Pinterest and all those sites. And it is a beautiful stamp set. Of course, we've all had dandelions growing in our yard at one time or another, I'm sure. And as children, we all loved blowing these little stamens off the flowers. So I think it's a beautiful set to play with and do various types of, I've seen lots of embossing done with it, lots of various inking techniques, watercoloring techniques. So I think it's one that I'm going to look forward to making different variations of cards. So I thought it was super fun to do that this month in my class. And of course I had to choose purple because that's absolutely my favorite color, and so that's what I hadn't gotten to play with the new purples very much. So this is the card. Really fairly simple, not a whole lot, but I think it still turned out spectacular that way. And we're going to use lots of new product. We're using new in colors, Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape, two different tones of purple for this card, both the paper and the ink colors. And then we're also going to use the new embossing folder. And I thought this was such a super embossing folder. It's called Tufted Dynamic, and it is dynamic. It's very thick, and it does have a line down here for you to line up your paper so that you get it straight. And again, this is, you just use the bottom base of your Big Shot, your embossing folder, your piece of paper is going to go in there, and then just one plate on top, and that's going to go through your Big Shot. And then when you pull it out, you'll have this nice embossed, sorry, I'm trying to get it out of the shadow, embossed. Can you see that texture of that tuft piece there? So already did that so that we wouldn't have to go through the motion there. I already have my stamps out on blocks ready to go. So we're going to get started. You can do, I had a couple. I'm going to show you can ink this two ways. You can either put your ink with a sponge or you can ink with a dauber. So what we're going to do is take our Gorgeous Grape first, the darker of the two, and we're going to stamp the dandelion itself. We're going to stamp that onto the left side of the paper, nice and firmly. This piece of paper is, I believe it's 3.5. Grab my ruler here. 4.5 by 3.25. And then these are just the little stamens all by themselves. So we're going to stamp them like they're floating away in the breeze. Like that. And then the two sentiments on here is sending well wishes your way. The other one, wishes for a lifetime of love and happiness. I think that's the one I'm going to use on this card. So, since I already have one with that. So that sentiment's going to go over here in the corner. So I use the sponge Oops, I don't want that in Gorgeous Grape, sorry. I'm gonna, if you have your the new stamp sets pushed all the way, if you just push a little bit from the back side, then you'll have to be able to grip that easier too. And I just put Gorgeous, I gotta, this is my Highland Heather sponge, so I don't want that Gorgeous Grape. And then to just open the new ones, they just open like a compact. And then push together. So I'm just going to get some ink on my sponge, and then I start from the side, and I'm going to just kind of go along the edge. So I want it lighter, I want it darker on the edge with my, where my stamens are at. You can get it as light or dark as you want. I do want it darker up in this corner though, where my stamens are. And then I'm gonna go right over my stamens and go darker. So I'm gonna go darker into my stamens, into my dandelion, and I'm gonna go just in a big circle where my dandelion's at, and then kind of go out. Okay. Now I just want to show you, I had another, find my other card here. If I just take my other card here, I just want to show you if we use the dauber instead. So let me just stamp one up here. Oh, I got a little crazy on the edge there, that's okay. I just want to show you if I was to use the dauber. Make sure. And I start in the middle. Just start, it's the same thing. Start in the middle and work out so that it gets lighter. Guess I kind of still need my edges here, so I know where I'm at. So, and I still want to work my way from the edge in here. Since the dauber is smaller and more focused, you're probably going to get a little bit darker. So do remember that. It's probably going to not take as much ink, and it's going to be a little bit more focused. So especially if you're going to work on the edges, I would start from outside your paper a little more, coming in on that edges here. Make sure you don't get the ink on your fingers. You're going to get it on the cardstock. And you can go in as far as you want, or distress as far as you want. So remember that. So set that one aside. So we're going to use this one for our paper, our card. So we are going to put our top here onto our embossed piece, and our embossed piece is 5 1/4 by 4, and then we're going to take some metallic, I guess some metallic, I thought I had it around both pieces. I guess I just had it on my white piece, so let me lift this up for a second. I want to make a bow, so I'm going to leave some edge there. So I wrapped it around 3 times. So let me lay it down here to tie it so it'll be easier. Maybe. Okay. Then take this panel and it's going to go on our card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5, folded at 4 1/4. Snip my and of course that's crooked. Doesn't that just bug the daylights out of you when it's so obviously crooked? Okay, that's better. There you go. 2 cards. And that again is using Dandelion Wishes from the annual catalog and the Tufted Dynamic folder, and our 2 new colors, Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather. So if you have any questions regarding these products or anything, you're welcome to ask. Don't forget to visit my blog, shannasweetsblog.blogspot.com, where I'm doing a monthly giveaway. Any comments will get you entered. And I hope you'll like and share this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.